Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Dantooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but glowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
It looked like it was inside some kind of cave.
The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Get your sunscreen then and let's get out there, I suppose. Who are we going to take with us? It makes sense for Tatooine. I mean, we'll probably switch them in and out, but we've not had you yet, I guess, Juhani. Let's go Juhani then. And would it be better to try and finish off some of the dialogues? We've not had any from her yet. We do Carth. Let's go with this for now.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve, after some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
What do I get for my 100 credits?
The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses.
Fine, I'll pay.
I thought you would. Without these fees, Zerka Corporation would have closed this port years ago. This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
Give me some background on Tatooine.
There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look.
Tell me about Zerka Corporation's operations here.
I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it.
Come down, friend. Let me in on the details.
It's common knowledge, so there's no harm in telling you. It's a tale of bad business. You see, Zerka Corporation staked their claim to this planet based on some very promising geological surveys. Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, and possibly even an attempted sabotage by a rival company.
So Zerka Corporation set up shop on a barren planet.
Not totally barren. There were a few good years of mining, and limited operations are still in place. But the ore is flawed. It has peculiar properties. They've had to look at other forms of business.
What do you mean when you say the ore is peculiar?
Zerka Corporation has really tried to hide this, but it just seems that Tatooine metal is unfit for effective manufacturing. I would imagine that this outpost will eventually be abandoned. Nobody is making any money here. Of course, this rock may have been settled a few times, so look for some other company to get stuck with it.
What other forms of business are being looked at here?
Pursuits that appeal to the casual traveler. There are some fearsome native species that provide exciting hunting. There are also lengthy, barren wastes that serve as fine soup tracks. Attracting business has been slow, however.
What is known about the history of the planet?
Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but I can't picture it as anything but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything. Barely more than animals.
What species do you mean?
The Sand People. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animal than anything, really. Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate.
Have you had trouble with some people?
Not personally, but they've given Zerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it.
Any other sentient races?
The Jawas are scavengers and a bit primitive. Hard to understand. They have an affinity for droids. Some of our scientists believe that they may not be native to the planet. But how they got here, they may not even know. As I said, they're hard to understand. They usually end up slaves to the Sand People. They aren't fighters. Good traders, though.
Why should a person look for opportunity?
It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them.
I'm looking for very specific things. Who should I ask?
That's not much information. Could you tell me more?
I'm looking for older things. Antiques, artifacts.
You a digger? I've heard of ruins being found now and then, but they've always been stripped by Sand People soon after. You're not going to get anywhere with them. I guess you could ask around, but I doubt you'll learn anything different. You could always ask a Jawa. It's hard to tell what they know.
I need some good paying work. What is there to do?
It depends on what level of risk you want to take. While you're at the office,
Actually, I really need to get going.
As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Look, he is. Oh, is this free stuff? It is free stuff. 7 whole credits. Let's go for a nosy. Should also think about equipment for the rest of my team instead of just myself. You're still wearing clothes, so I guess you could wear the Jedi Knight robe. I mean, sure, I don't really ever use these. You're a Jedi Guardian, right? Yeah, so you're the same as me, but you're a pure Jedi Guardian because you didn't level Soldier first. I don't know, I just don't know how often I'm going to use these people. So I don't want to equip them up to then take gear away from somebody else. I think I'd rather have ranged people overall. Even though I want to get all the dialogue out of people, but we'll see. Goodies. Turrets, huh? Oh, hello. Who that? Turn it, you Gunga Faska. Customers are talking. That's better. Hello, customer. Buy from Micton Just and save your credits. And don't be shy. Just ask to see what you want. If you can get a good look, we don't move the merchandise. Just show me what you have for sale. Yes, of course. We don't want to keep you from important business. Please have a look. You certainly have stuff. What's the next implant that I want? Might be that one. Retinal combat implant. It's not the one we already have, right? Or is it the one we already have? Did we buy this already? I don't remember. Bantha fodder, which is shit, and a poison? Okay, these feel like a key item. So I'm gonna buy one. What's this though? An Agiska ingesting one of these toxic pellets will die within a few seconds. It will also cause the creature to attack all other Giska in the area, infecting them as well. I'll buy one. Sounds like you can maybe use that on something. Hello there, Captain. Let's see. Ah, yes, here it is. It looks like the shipment has been delivered to your ship as requested. What shipment? What are you talking about? This is docking bay 32, isn't it? Yes, it is. And that's what I have on the requisition form. Everything seems to be in order. Giska are your problem now. Excuse me? Did you say Giska? It says right here on the manifest that you've ordered a crate of Giska to be delivered to docking bay 32. That's right here. Now all I need is your thumbprint for the... Wait a second. Where did the datapad go? Ah, nothing is ever organized around here. At any rate, the Giskas are yours. One of the loaders said the crate split once we put it in your hold. Some of the critters might have gotten loose. That happens, I'm afraid. We don't accept liability. And we certainly can't take the cargo back. Enjoy! Okay. Got one thing off the ship, now we've got a bunch more things on the ship. Oh, hello. They're like weird frog chaps. So this is what the poison's for then, huh? They're kinda cute. The Giska looks at you curiously, cooing. Pick it up. You try to pick up the Giska, but it wriggles from your grasp and plops back down on the floor. The Giska looks at you curiously, cooing. Pet it. You scratch the little critter behind the nubs that pass their ears, and it coos enthusiastically in response. Play a game with the Giska. You play a game of peekaboo with the little creature, hiding your face behind your hands and startling it each time you appear. What fun! The Giska looks at you curiously, cooing. I mean, I don't want to do any of these. The Giska looks disappointed at the lack of attention and hops away. I just gave you loads of attention. But there's also a lot of you. I mean, are they doing any harm? They're just in this area, are they? Okay, well, we've got pets on board. I guess. Who to take? Let's take these two. Get some leveling up done.
Sure.
Can I sell this poison? I don't really want it as an option. Sell that.
You a swoop racer? Crazy fool.
No, well, I guess I am technically. Okay, where do we want to go?
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left.
What do you need? I'm yours. I'll help if I can.
Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare.
What is a raid plate? Where did you get it?
It's the bone plate from the head of the desert raid. My husband was so proud when he found it. He had just started hunting. He said he felt sure the next hunt would bring in more, so we waited to sell this one. Then he never came back.
Let's talk about what to do with this plate.
Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They are worth more than 500 credits.
Perhaps I will buy it from you.
You will? Oh, thank you so much. Please, I know it's worth at least 500 credits.
I'll pay that. And an extra 200. Good luck.
700 credits. Oh, thank you. It is more than generous of you. I don't know what to say. I just don't.
I am proud to call you my friend, Jurizen. You have a noble and generous spirit.
Wow. Sometimes helping people feels pretty good, you know?
For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You saved us.
Yeah, give me those light side points. Oh, we're getting up there, though. It's not like I wanted to buy anything, though. Check out the hunting lodge. Bit quiet in here, isn't it? Well, a new face. Come to test your skills on the endless dunes of Tatooine? Faza's Lodge is the place to arrange it. This world may not have much, but it does have the meanest predators this side of the Galactic Rim. A hunter's paradise. What do you do here? This is a hunting lodge. I purchase what the sportsmen bring in. It's not a bad little job. Anything out of the ordinary happened? You mean here on Tatooine or just in general? I heard about the destruction of Taris. Don't know anything specific. I'm not surprised something like it happened. I remember the Exar-Kun War and how the Sith and Jedi fought across worlds. Don't have much interest in either group. Both act like they're above my concerns, and I guess they are. Know about anything more local? Zyka Corporation's always complaining about the Sand People. I stay out of it. We hunt animals, not people. And I guess the Jawas are being pushed around again. At least that's what I think they said. Tough to tell sometimes. You'll have to talk to these groups yourself more. I keep to myself. I've got some questions about hunting. You'll want to know how to get in on it. Just pay 200 credits for a license down at the Zerka office. No license, no hunting. Why do I need a license? You need a license because nobody gets out of the city without one. Zerka Corporation uses it to keep track of people. They want people to know if they step outside the gates. They're on their own. Only serious hunters pay the 200 credit fee. Once you have a license, I'll pay whatever spoils of the hunt you bring back. I have off-world buyers that'll take them. Would you consider lowering the fee? Well, that's not up to me now, is it? You'd have to talk to the people down at the Zerka office in the center of town. What is there to hunt on Tatooine? Most of our boys confine themselves to hunting raid. Large fleshy beasts as tall as a man. A tall man too. Desert raid have a large bone plate on their head that I pay well for, but that's not where the real glory of the hunt is. You've probably heard about the big prize, the Krayt Dragon, the most fearsome predator in the system they are. If you could find one, and I doubt you will, I'll buy the stones polished in their gizzard and the dragon pearls. The dragons are rare then. You'd think it'd be easier to find such a gigantic creature. Kermad's father took one down, but that was years ago. What was so special about Kermad's father? He's been a hunter for years, using strict traditional methods. Kermad is just like him. Maybe he'll show you a thing or two out on the dunes. Where could I find Kermad? That's easy enough. He's standing right over there. He's usually here or out on the dunes. Let's go back to my first questions. Alright then, just keep it brief, will you? I want to ask about Tatooine. Not much to tell. Barren place. Can't support much. But I've managed to get some off-world hunters to show up. I suppose there's trouble here like everywhere else, but you'll have to ask someone else about that. I keep to myself. I have to go. Goodbye. I'll be here. I keep hunters' hours. Faz's is always open. Oh, it's you. Let's talk to you then. Yes, is there something you wish, human? Information, if I could trouble such a worthy hunter for a moment. Spare the flattery, human. Such talk is rarely sincere. Who are you? What do you do? I am Comad Fortuna, a hunter and a member of this lodge. It's not the life for everyone, but I am content. Where is the best hunting? The best hunting is wherever the best hunter is. It's a tried answer, human, but the only one I can give. It depends what you seek. Raid are plentiful, from the spoils of the sport hunter. Dragons appear only to the true hunter. Patience is key. Krayt dragons hunt alone, and their prey is whatever can catch their attention. So dragons are rare. Are they dangerous? They are both rare and dangerous, and an honor to hunt. If you survive, you are blessed and favored. Respect them. Someone tried to lessen the risk by mass hunting with battle droids. I would rather hunt solo, taking the risk as my own. Who uses battle droids? I will not speak of it while they live. It is their shame to admit or hide. They know the effect it has. Perhaps they will kill so many raid that they also kill the hunt. After that, perhaps the solo hunter will still prosper. How long have you been at this? A decade? 2? I don't enslave myself to time, human. There is day and there is night. What can you tell me about the other hunters? Probably not as much as you would learn speaking to them yourself, even if they tell you nothing. The most obvious are the Gamorreans, however. Gurk and his crew are not the best company. They hunt but often come back with salvage instead of hides or pearls. I think their prey walks upright. Wouldn't the gods have something to say about that? The dunes are far from the reach of their blasters. Besides, Gurk spends his money in company stores. But what about the hunters beside the Gamorreans? Put simply, Jared Quinn is honourable. Thomas Ven is not so much, but I have no real quarrel with him. I'm looking for something. Who knows this place best? No one will return your questions. To truly know the dunes, you have to live there, as the Sand people do. Only they truly explore the land, but they attack without debate. If you see them at all. Have you ever seen the Sand People with anything odd? The Sand People carry nothing but weapons and bloodlust. To them, outsiders are invaders to be repelled. Once or twice, however, I have seen them emerge from all the ruins, with sacks and other containers. I've always been driven off, and if I examine the site later, there is nothing left. What kind of ruins were these? Where were they? They have an old storehouse of some kind, but you couldn't find them now, human. The sand covers all. The only ones who would know what was there are the Sand People, and you would have to take it by force. Finding their encampment is easy enough. Walk south until you're attacked. What about the Jawas? The Jawas may know the land as well, but are more interested in trading than talking. They scavenge to escape jobs akin to slavery. Their language is difficult. If you can get anything more than the price of the droid out of them, I'll be impressed. I have to leave. Goodbye. Good hunting.
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt Desert Raid. I don't babysit.
Come now. I just want to benefit from your experience.
Well, you sure know how to get on my good side. You're just trotting out bantha paths, but thanks all the same.
Who are you? What do you do?
My name is Doric Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays?
How long have you been at this?
I've tracked wild beasts my whole life, but I've only been hunting here for 5 years. I've much to learn yet.
What do you want to learn?
There are hunters that go after the big kills, the crate dragons. I don't know how they do it. I never even see the things. Comad is the one I respect, but I also trust that the only difference between us is experience. I will learn.
Where's the best hunting?
If I knew the best place, why would I tell anyone? It would be worth too much to me to let it get out. It doesn't matter anyway. This season has been dry for me, as it has for almost everyone. Perhaps someone else is holding out, but there's simply fewer raid out there.
Why are there fewer raid?
It used to be a one-on-one test. Hunter against hunted. Now people just want the credits. I could stomach maybe a pair or a team of hunters, but some now use battle droids. Where's the sport in that?
Who uses battle droids?
That's not for me to say. I won't be a troublemaker in so small a community. You'll see. Hunt, and you will see.
What can you tell me about the other hunters?
I don't go telling stories about other people. You want to know what they think? You go talk to them. One word, though. Watch yourself around the Gamorreans. Gurk and his buddies aren't to be trusted. Everyone else I respect because they have skill. Those guys, they go for easier prey.
What makes you say that?
Just watch your back when you hunt. The dragons aren't the only dangers out there. If that's what you want,
I have to leave. Goodbye.
Good hunting.
Yeah, we'll speak to you guys last, I think.
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it?
I'm looking for experts. You seem knowledgeable.
Oh, of course. Who put you up to this, my wife? I meant what I said about having no credits.
I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best?
Who knows the planet? I don't know. I guess the Sand People. I'm usually running when I see them, though.
Have you ever seen the Sand People with anything odd?
Sure. My blood. They almost got me last year. Tore up 2 of my battle droids. Wife was mad about that. Took her weeks to fix. Where they got weapons to cut battle armor, I don't know. They act like animals, but they can surprise you.
Where did this happen?
I don't know. Pick a dune and walk. They'll get you soon enough.
What about the Jawas?
Smart traders.
They've salvaged and sold me my own damaged droids once or twice. They don't say much I can understand. I think they're a little slow, but who am I to judge, huh?
I want to ask about you and hunting.
Hunting is a dirty and tough business. What can old Tanis tell you about it?
What can you tell me about the other hunters?
Uptight and cold, like my wife. They don't like me streamlining the hunt with droids. I don't fit in, but I don't let it bug me. The Gamorreans are different. Good rowdy drinking buddies. Kirk and his boys, they understand that hunting is a business. Of course, they hunt other things than raid, too. Just don't turn your back on them, ever.
What are you suggesting?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Just keep your eyes on them, that's all.
What about the hunters besides the Gamorreans?
Dorak is reasonable. Komad is a pain, but he keeps his distance. I can tell he doesn't like me much. Ask around the lodge if you want information about the other guys. I don't really talk to them much.
Let's go back to my first questions.
Fine, fine, whatever you want.
I have to leave. Goodbye. Well, let's speak to these lovely people, shall we? Ah, boys, it talks to me. What do you want, Hume? Gurk has no time for you. Ah, you tell him, Gurk. What if I wanted advice? I'm sure you're very smart. What? You trying to get my secrets? I bet. Trying to find where I hunt, huh? I tell you nothing. Yeah, you get nothing. Can I ask what you do? Kirk and his boys hunt. That's what we do. Who we are. But we don't train babies like you. Yeah, we hunt the raid best of everybody. Don't have time to train you or anyone. Do we want to start a fight with these people? The other hunters say you shouldn't be trusted. What they say about us, huh? Liars, every one of them. Yeah, they're just jealous of us and stuff. It's not our fault some of them die out in the dunes. Shut up, stupid. Why don't you let him speak? What, you deaf? Because he's stupid and talks too much. You leave us alone now. I am not stupid, you are stupid.
Oh, jeez. I hope this doesn't take too long. Gamorreans like to throw insults around, but they just don't have the smarts for it.
You are stupid one, not me. You too stupid to even know you are stupid. No, you are stupid one, stupid. You so stupid everyone see you and say, look at stupid. Shut up, stupid. Fine, I'll just leave. Yeah, you leave, that's good. Maybe we see you on the dunes. Maybe before you see us. Shh! Shut up, stupid. Yeah, I really can't wait for you guys to attack me so I can get rid of you. Who are you? Hello, human. Are you a hunter like the others here? Not the life for me, but I admire you for it. What do you do? I fill the days with games of Pasak. Not that there's many people to play with, but a person should keep busy somehow. I play with that fellow in the canteen, but I find him disgraceful. He does not play for the same reason I do. Why do you play? The sport of it. Even if I lose, there is the reward of having played to the best of my ability. I don't dwell on the credits taken or given. To most people, the game is simply gambling, and I choose to get more out of it than that. Not many players see it that way. I have to go. Safe travels, Wayfarer. Guess we'll be back once we've got a hunting license. And sell that plate we got or whatever. Okay, where else is there then?
Something you want?
I don't have a lot of time for talk, so please, make it quick.
I just want to ask some questions.
All right, but I'm not sure what I could say to interest you. I just work on the crawlers.
Describe your job and who you work for.
I repair the sand crawlers when they return from the mines. They get pretty banged up, even without the attacks.
What attacks do you mean?
The sand people attack them pretty regularly. Zerka Corporation is getting pretty sick of it, I hear. They've offered bounties on sand people for a while now, but few hunters take them up on it. Too dangerous.
Where can I learn about these bounties?
Try at the Zerka offices right here. They'd know.
When do the sandcrawlers head out?
Oh, the big crawlers head out at dawn. That's so they avoid the bigger predators. The raid, I mean, doesn't help avoid the sand people, though. They attack pretty regular, no matter what Zerka Corporation tries.
That's all I need. Goodbye.
All right, then. Back to work, I guess.
Can I just take this? I guess I will. You'll be hearing about this, Psycho Puppet. I'm not going to let this drop. You can't just murder a whole village. And don't tell me to take my concerns to the corporate kiosk. I know when I'm not wanted. What's going on here? Who are you? I'm done talking in this office. They aren't interested in listening to me. I doubt they'll even acknowledge I was here. Typical corporate invasion. That's what happens when they own everything. No accountability. Don't even bother bringing it up. What was that about?
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses.
I want to ask about hunting licenses.
As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is.
Why would I need a license anyway?
We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license.
There is no way to get a license?
Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The sand people are becoming a problem. They destroy our sand crawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains.
Why pay for the gaffy sticks? Why not their heads?
Which would you rather have dumped on your office floor? Besides, they're ceremonial weapons, unique to each warrior. It's just as good.
I will agree to do this.
Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sand crawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them.
Let's go back to my first questions.
Very well, though I do have work to get back to.
Anything out of the ordinary happened?
I assume that by out of the ordinary, you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Zerka Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants.
Know about anything more local?
If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the Swoop Track, one of the few leisure industries on Tatooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates. I can't be more specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators had difficulty with the message. Very well.
I want to ask you about Zerka Corporation.
Of course. Zerka Corporation records are available at our representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours, please. For your needs here, we maintain a fully stocked storehouse. Speak with Greta Holda about any purchases.
May I ask how your operations here on Tatooine are doing?
Certainly. Please pose your questions to the representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours, please.
Why the secrets? The company stuck you here? Tell me.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you. I'll have to refer you to the representative kiosk. Farewell. Zerka Corporation welcomes your future inquiries.
Sure you do. Yes, what is it? If this is about mining or some people, you go to the Zerka offices. I just manage the storehouse. What do you have available for purchase? Mostly just Zerka provisions and supplies. Not enough to keep the locals happy. Have a look. Life support packs. What do these actually do? Just big heals? Don't really have the money to be throwing at them though, do I? Nothing of real note that I'm aware of, at least not for me. The other characters, maybe? Okay, was that it then? Wasn't there something about bounties? Was that just the Sun people? Was that it?
Greetings again from the offices of Zerka Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else? Fair.
Guess it's just about the Sun people then. Don't you believe a word of what Zerka Corporation said in there? There is always a peaceful solution to conflict. They are just lazy. Well, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Zerka miners have been attacked by Sun people, so the company Zerka Corporation wants to kill them. They didn't ask you to do it. The Sun people aren't animals. I've watched them. They are intelligent. There must be a way to peacefully stop the attacks. I know it. But no one will try, of course. You can't even leave the city without Zerka approval. And they want the Sun people dead. The Zerka said that the Sun people attacked first. Oh yes, they did. They attacked Zerka. They deployed numerous giant sandcrawlers, started tearing up the desert with iron shovels and whatever else. What would you have done? To the Sun people it must have seemed like an invasion. There were no negotiations for territory or resources. I don't think the killing has been justified. But as a conservationist, I'm hoping someone at least tries to talk this out. What would you suggest then? Communication. We could just speak to them, but they don't talk. At least not any language an average translator can understand. There was even a Jedi here a few years ago that couldn't seem to get through to them. I think that ended in blood too. I'm not saying it would be easy, but someone has to try. Maybe with a real translation droid, not these old protocol scrap heaps walking around. Who would have a capable droid? They are pretty rare, even on well-stocked worlds, but I'm sure I heard something about an unusual droid in the shop here on Tatooine. With that droid, maybe you could talk to them. I wouldn't survive. Maybe with desert robes as a disguise, someone could get into their enclave. Where would that enclave you mentioned be? What? It's no secret where they are. The attacks get worse the further southwest in the Dune Sea you go. Then people die on both sides. Where would you get robes to match theirs? I suppose you could take them off the warrior raiders in the Dune Sea, but there's no way I'd survive anything like that. Plus you would have to explain why you killed their warriors if you're trying to make peace. But I suppose there's no other way. Maybe I'll look into it. Sure, that's what Zerka Corporation keeps saying. And then they just start shooting again. The fighting won't stop until they're all dead. Or until Zerka leave. The one is likely as the other, with the way things are going. Blah, what do I know?
us.
Okay, so there might be a peaceful solution to the Sand people. I hope it doesn't rely on persuasion, because my persuasion is not great. Can I say this thing now? Hello again. Always a pleasure. What brings you back to Faz's? I have something to sell you. So I see. That's the biggest desert raid skull plate I've seen in a season. Whoever got that is a skilled hunter. I'll give a premium price on that. I have a buyer that puts in a special request. Does 500 credits sound fair? Yes, that would do nicely. I thought it would. Do you have anything else to sell? Do you have anything for sale or trade? I might have something. Wouldn't be much of a lodge if I couldn't keep the hunters stocked. Advanced med packs. Could buy a few of those, about 10. Sure, I'll buy them. How many antidotes do I have? Okay. You two don't have much to say, do you? I don't know if they can... Do they engage conversation while we're out here? Or is it only when we're in, like, the safe area of the ship? Should we switch them out for somebody else? Take these two, these are kind of... These were having lots of conversations and stuff, so this is the original group. Oh, ciao. Sand stays. All else changes. I have time to talk to you. Berserker business takes precedence. Bastila seems to have something on her mind. Perhaps you should talk to her about it.
How can I help?
You wanted to speak to me?
Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan.
Is it true you killed Darth Revan?
It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however.
But killing Revan is what you're famous for.
Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded.
So Malak did your job for you?
As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malak were once great Jedi, heroes in every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
You better go find somebody then. In fact, let's do the jump, because that'll get us right in there, right? Have a random grenade that I should probably use up, and then blast them. Bastila. Guess you can do the buff for me. I should really be buffing as well, but I forget to do so. So I will do the buff next. I'll activate a bunch of buffs as well, just so they're there. Purple, huh? Sorry, I need 10 minutes to buff up. I'll be right with you. Where's this chump going? Well, you guys get down like a sack of shit when I hit, huh? Is that it? Any more? Double-bladed lightsaber. Could give her a double lightsaber back. Dark Jedi Knight robe. More red crystals. Fancy shields that I don't use. Check out the robe. What's the difference between that one and the one I'm wearing? I mean, I do like black. This is the problem with the bad guys, they always look so cool. Sure, we'll go black. Black a good idea in the desert? I don't think it is. But we'll mix it up a little bit. Anyone you want to speak? We trade and scavenge when people will buy. Not so good now. Cantina. Why would you bother Java? What is it? Yours do not care for ours. Do you miss we that are taken? No. We that are taken? Are some of your people missing? Is this interest? Not from your kind. Though his thinks otherwise. Speak to him if you are acting and pretending.
These Jawas sure aren't the trusting type, are they?
No doubt with good reason.
Well, for once I'll agree with you.
You two agreed? Somebody mark this day down. Jawas are tired of giant speak. Might as well slave to the Gaffi. So you trade. But what is that if no help is given? Back, then nothing changes, and ours are still lost. Isis starts to know you will not help, and fades his hopes. Isis? Is that your leader? Where is it? Isis stands at the wall that holds out the sand. They listen poorly there too. Your kind hides behind bad ears. Jawas are tired of giant speak. Okay, you're not the talkative one much, are you?
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me. Usually it's some kid wondering what my old racing days were like when I was back on Taris. Seems like a long time.
I want to ask you a few questions if you have the time.
I'm not sure what I have that you would be interested in. I'm just an old swoop jock that doesn't have the head for it anymore.
I want to ask about you in racing.
Ah, something I know. Well, something I used to know. My racing days are behind me. Gandalf is the name.
Is this the best place for racing?
Best place to race is wherever the track treats you sweet and your times are golden. It's that simple. You get hung up on any one track and he'll end up like me. My favorite stop was Taris. Always look forward to going back. Now, I don't want to touch my bike at all. Maybe I wasn't in the winner's circle lately, but I still race for sport, you know?
What made Taris any different than here?
A woman? I never won on Taris, but it was almost my first stop on the circuit, and last if I could help it. That doesn't matter now. You can't ask for more certain closure than the whole planet being gone. Poof, boom, gone.
How long did you race?
Oh, well, past my prime by any measure. I started late, too. Not like the kids out there now. Some of them are too young.
Why do you think that?
It's a cutthroat business. I've seen some of them burn out after a year. They get dangerous and don't live long. That's not everyone, of course, but it happens. I'm a has-been, I'll admit, but dying while you're on top is still dying. I'll pass.
What can you tell me about the other races?
I don't really talk to any of them. I know Zara's from the circuit, and we couldn't ask for a tougher lady. She's smart, too. I don't know the younger guys, but I've been watching Nico. Good to see someone doing it for the love of the race.
What makes them any different than the others?
I don't know, but some people just have something that lets the bike take them. It's like the air stops pushing back. That's an old track tale, you know, when the wind decides to stop fighting. I used to have that. Not anymore.
Let's go back to my first questions.
All right, then.
I should go.
Keep safe. Yep. Seems like tough times are coming.
Did I hear them with people of sand?
Well, fresh face for the game. I wonder, would you care to play? My name is Furko Nellis. My vice is Bazak.
I should go.
All right. But remember that there isn't much fun on Tatooine that isn't life-threatening. Come back if you like a game.
Who are you then? Only new people that come to Junix Nard's Cantina are long-time losers and bounty hunters. I don't have to tell you why the two don't mix well. Please keep any blaster fire to a minimum.
Anything out of the ordinary happening?
Suppose you're fishing for a reaction to the destruction of Tyrus. That's all anyone from off-world is talking about. Well, I'll tell you, it's about time someone kicked the Republic in the tail and got things moving. I guess the Sith are the ones that do it. Don't get me wrong, all those deaths were horrible. But war gets the money moving. Maybe they'll decide to fortify us out here.
Know about anything more local?
No.
No, you don't know, or no, you won't tell me.
Just no. I don't look for trouble. You'll have to talk to people yourself if you want more than that. If you don't mind. Yeah.
I'm gonna be better off just going out there myself. No one seems to know anything. Don't care, we've got Sith rule or Republic rule. Either way, I work the mines.
Zerka Corporation should just close this whole place down. Who would miss it?
Something you want, Spacer? Go talk to the office if you want to complain about conditions here. I don't want to hear it. Seems like every other person I meet is complaining about something. Well, it's not going to get better, so leave me alone.
I want to ask you a few questions if you have the time.
I don't really have any interest in helping you. Will this be quick?
You're not much of a spokesman for Zaka Corporation.
Like I said before, I don't much care what you think. I'll be on the street if business keeps dropping, and it will.
I have to leave. Goodbye.
Good. I have a lack of business to attend to.
Friendly sort. Building over there. Glad when we close up operations here.
Bastila, did you ever think about joining all the Jedi who were running off to follow Revan and Malak when they went to fight the Mandalorians?
That was nearly 5 years ago. I was still an apprentice. My battle meditation hadn't even manifested itself. Yet even then I had the wisdom to obey the will of the Council. Unlike Revan.
I guess. Still, do you ever wonder if things could have been different? Would Revan and Malak still have been corrupted if the Council had supported them instead of dragging its feet?
Do not blame Revan's corruption on the Council. Your Republic saw only the threat of the Mandalorians, but the wisdom of the Masters saw beyond the immediate threat.
What did they see exactly?
There was something lurking out there. Something that devoured Revan and Malak, and many other Jedi. Had the Council sent us all into the unknown, how many more would have fallen?
So you're saying we should have done nothing? Just let the Mandalorians conquer us unopposed? I mean, the Republic was under attack, and the Order abandoned us.
We did not abandon you, but the Council were not about to throw lives away foolishly. In time, we would have aided you against the Mandalorians, but you couldn't wait. Revan and Malak offered a quicker answer, and the Republic chose to walk the easy path rather than the path of wisdom. Now we see the results all around us. You asked me if I think things could have been different. I know they could have. If Revan had only listened to the Council, millions of innocent people would still be alive.
Yeah, right. And every single one of them would have been speaking Mandalorian. I think we're done here. Let's just get back to the task at hand.
I haven't time to talk to you. Psycho business takes precedence. Okay, just head in here then, I guess. Droid shop. What is this? A customer I don't recognize? Perhaps you bring off-world money. To Ukalaka. What do you have available in your shop? You're lucky to have come at this time. I have one droid ready to go. I just took possession of it. An HK-47. It's a fine protocol translator. I think it's been modified. It claims to understand some people dialect, and also has some armor mounts. Combat ready, perhaps. Let me ask a few questions about HK-47. Of course. Let me just say that every function I've tested has performed perfectly. Those that I could find, anyway. You don't seem to know much about it. The unit has been a little uncooperative. They get that way when they go too long without a memory wipe.
And if the unit proves even more uncooperative once we purchase it?
You can leave it alone if you find its mannerisms amusing. It might be a little erratic, but it's stable. Why haven't you wiped its memory? I would have, but I can't seem to access its inner circuits. It's definitely built for security and built to last. At any rate, he claims that it doesn't have access to its own memory core anyway. Could he be telling the truth? It's hard to say. What functions have you tested? I haven't examined its programming, but I have made some observations. It has obvious protocol and translation skills, including some people dialects, apparently. Surprisingly, it also handles weapons extraordinarily well. I'd even say it's seen combat, but it won't tell. Stubborn thing, it needs to sell itself better. 2 moisture farmers have been in, but it's just stood there. What does the HK-47 designation mean? Haven't got a clue. Doesn't match any protocol or utility standard. I assume it's a retired model. I'd tell you to ask the thing yourself, but it's pretty stubborn. Quality construction, though. Where did you get this HK-47? I acquired the droid from a friend that manages an off-world Zerka warehouse. It was in trade for a debt he owed.
And was this a droid of his own, or something stored in that warehouse?
He said no one would miss it. Might have been surplus. It doesn't look like it was Zerka made, though. I'm interested. Let's talk price. It's a very solid machine, in good shape. I can't let it go for less than 5,000 credits. Could I convince you to lower the price a bit? 4,000, not a credit less. That was quick. Desperate to sell? Oh no, not really, but the first figure really was a little high. You never know, the occasional person bites right away. Perhaps I can convince you to go lower? Lower? How low are you expecting me to go? These are difficult times. The debt the droid covered was a large one. Come now, think of the advertising you'll get from me. People will think I was a fool to sell at such a price. I will not. I started too high last time. Let's go with 4,000 credits. I can't pay that. I'm not interested. Well then, we are done talking about it. I can't go lower than that. Not interested. Goodbye. Of course, but remember I'm here. You'll not find another droid like this one I'm selling. Can we speak to it?
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional Tech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query. Would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Ukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership.
I'm not familiar with the Tech Corporation. What else do they make?
Answer. With the restraining bolt in place, I do not have access to my memory core. I suspect, however, by the fine quality of my manufacture, that they are a prestigious company indeed. I suspect I am of unique construction, or perhaps I was intended for a very specific customer. How I ended up here, I can hardly say. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat.
Why are you keeping information to yourself?
Explanation. I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or make inquiries into my history. Neither outcome is beneficial to me.
Access to your memory is restricted?
Statement. Indeed, it is possible that the Ithorian placed the restraining bolt on me to prevent my return to a previous owner. It is also possible that the removal of the bolt will not restore memory functions. Without my memory, I do not know if I know the answer. Do not interpret this as a reduction of my worth, however. My capabilities are quite expansive.
How do I know you'll be loyal once the restraining bolt is removed?
Assurance. I am fully autonomous, but lack resources. I will grant loyal service in exchange for proper maintenance. As well, it is rare that I am able to utilize my full array of abilities. You seem likely to give me the opportunity to do so.
Why would you assume that?
Extrapolation. You are no farmer or diplomat. You are armed and comfortable as such. We will mesh well.
Doesn't Yuka question you about your reluctance to reveal your functions?
Explanation. It is rare for a droid to resist an owner in this way. Doubtless the Ithorian considers my stubbornness an embellishment to add interest to a seemingly mundane protocol droid.
Let's go back to my previous questions.
Objection. My functions are wasted here, prospective purchaser. I will answer your queries, but I assure you, I am better utilized elsewhere.
You mentioned battle and protocol. Outline your functions.
Refusal. It is not desirable for me to reveal core functions while still in the possession of Ukalaka, prospective purchaser. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat. Objection. My functions are...
Alright, I'll see about purchasing you.
Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining.
Does Lukalaka know you talk about him like this?
Statement. I wish only to be purchased, and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you, should you purchase me, please.
I'll try, but they're very expensive. This droid does not respond. It obviously needs extensive repairs. For all you know, it could have been lying out in the desert for years. Welcome back. Yes, I knew you would return. I still have that droid available. This HK-47 is a good deal. I'm looking for some exotics, something called a star map. I deal mostly in swoop parts and droid maintenance. Maybe I heard a Jawa mutter something about old things? That I could have misheard. They cover very large areas when they scavenge, but aren't doing much right now. What is stopping Jawas from scavenging? Again, I may have misunderstood, but I think some of their tribe mates are missing. I think they wanted help. I stay away from trouble, but if you're interested, there was a Jawa by the city gate. You'll need a droid to translate, though. I don't need a translator. I understand most languages fine. Really? The Jawas give me trouble. Say, maybe I could interest you in a multi-purpose droid. HK-47, very nice. Did the Jawas bring you this HK-47? No, they keep assembled or working units to sell themselves. They don't have them very often. No place to store them. Mostly they bring in parts. There's the occasional antique, old blasters and the like. Tatooine has a few buried secrets. Let me ask a few questions about this HK-47. Of course, let me just say that every function I've tested has performed perfectly. Those that I could find anyway. Show me what you have. I'm guessing just droid-related stuff. Okay, well we need to earn a boatload of money. Because we are poor and I can't afford 4,000 for HK. Maybe we can get some of this hunting done. Now where's this Jawa who wants help? Ah, here we go. You there, of your kind. Can you help Isis of Jawa? There are troubles from the ghosts among the sands. Could you be clearer? I'm having trouble understanding you. The trouble is yours, not Jawa's. We must use language of trade, because you listen complicated to what we say simply. Why wouldn't I understand your true language? This is not a problem for Jawas to have for you. You have the ears that do not listen. What is it that you want, Jawa? Isis I am, leader of the tribe that is mine. You are the same in kind, a leader that stands before your tribe.
Leader of our tribe? That's a one.
There are troubles that we have. The giants made of sand. They are honored ghosts that take us away. Giants made of sand. Sand people? That is how you know them. Giants are different for us. We being smaller. People of sand are who I mean. So Isis, what do you want me to do? There has been no help given by asking great group that digs with machines. Now Isis asks you. I ask you find us, and bring us away from the people of sand. Then we will offer our trade with you. Long have we scavenged among you and those who came before. We have things you will like for this service. Tell me about where your people are, and maybe I'll help. People of the sand, in the sand. There's a place far south where they live. The approach holds great fighting. Bring the tribe from in to out, and there will be payment in trade and thanks. A few more questions, alright? Here's his answers, hoping you will free the tribe that he holds. Why have they taken your people? We find things, they use them. Jawa's slave, serving. They lead with the whip of Gaffy.
So these Jawas are scavengers who were enslaved by the Sand People. I think I am beginning to understand his plight.
With a group that digs, we trade and are free. With people of the sand, we serve and die. We prefer you. I'll check it out when I leave the city. Goodbye. Isis hopes you have the luck you need. You and me both. Can we leave?
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization.
I have proper authorization.
Well, let's see it. Come on.
Here's my hunting license.
All right. I'll just scan that and you're off. I'll keep it on file, too. Good luck out there. You'll need it.